Rising of the Shield Hero, Volume 5, Chapter 112, Warehouse. At the warehouse that stinks of a dusty castle, it seems the equipment for the Knight's Order is kept here, a place where excellent equipment is located in an RPG. I will confirm it one by one. Wow, most of these are expensive all-purpose equipments that have strict requirements. The demands of Iwatani-sama were not finished yet. I apologize. The swords that are lined up here are already better than the magic silver armor that Raftalia was using. The problem is that the offensive power of the Karma Rabbit sword is still higher. It seems quite hard to use. Let's go ask the old man at the weapon shop. I mean, the direction this is heading isn't bad. Don't worry about it. Let's make some compromises. Thank you very much. You can use the material collected here instead. Next, we are shown the warehouse keeping various materials. The Queen passes me a document that has letters written on parchment. This is a list. You can make a custom order to a blacksmith master of your orders. I appreciate your cooperation. Material system? May I take a little? Go ahead. I absorb a little of each material stored within the castle to unseal new shields. There are a ton of things that are too far down the skill tree, but a lot of excellent ones increased. It would be impossible to unseal all of them before the next wave. Afterwards, for the blacksmith, I have a guy that I want to request from. Is that so? If that's how Iwatani-sama wants it. The image of the old man in the weapons shop that took the trouble to make my protective gear and our weapons springs up. He has helped me out in various ways. It feels like I would be returned good with evil if I order equipment or weapons from places besides the old man's weapon shop. Above all, that guy's skill can be trusted. Cool, so he's going to stick with the old man. I like that. There are a few more problems to deal with before the wave. I just noticed something in this place. Where did the other heroes go? I had them go quell a wave in the neighboring countries. Come again? That reminds me, there certainly was such a feeling, that waves are happening not just in Melromark, but all over the world. How do they participate? It is possible to fight it is possible to fight the waves of a region by letting your weapon resonate with the hourglass of the dragon's era in their country. Wait, that means it's possible to not participate when the wave is happening in Melromark? Yes, that's what it means. Hey! Won't it be bad for you if I find that out? To think she would explain it and point it out naturally. If I knew about this before, I would have already quickly escaped from this country. But I wonder, the situation right now isn't bad, and I will have to fight a wave eventually. I wonder if the Hourglass of the Dragon is a device that works like a save point in net games. I wanted to know this before. Iwatani-sama, do you know there are appearances of heroes other than the four holy heroes? Come again? This is the first time I've heard of such a story. Then shall I explain? The Queen's eyes sparkle. There was a time when I heard about the Queen liking legends, from Melty when we were talking about the legend of the Queen of Fjordials. There was a legend about 7-star heroes, amongst almost as famous as the legend of the 4 holy heroes. 7-star heroes? Yes, it's a legend of heroes that are chosen by 7 weapons, just like the 4 holy heroes. As many as 7, huh? If all the other weapons are on different systems, it feels more like a game. In an RPG, it would be certain that one of those guys will become a companion in the future. However, in this world, when I hear about guys that use legendary weapons, I think about some people who already make matters worse. Due to the problem in our country created from trash in the 3 Heroes Church, we had to close our eyes and abandon the power of the 7-star heroes. The thing is, it is said that the 7-star heroes and the 4 holy heroes are deeply related to each other. They're called supplementary heroes. The Queen continues to talk about legends for a long time. Raftalia only knew about the 4 holy heroes and listens intently, Fido's dozing off to the Queen's story. For some reason, Rishia seems to already know about it and kept calm. Then, just like me, there are as many as 7 other heroes that were summoned? No. Is it something else? It is common thought throughout adventurers to yearn to become a 7-star hero. In short, there are those who become heroes by answering the summons, and there are those from this world that can become heroes. Someone from this world that can bypass the summoning limitation and become a hero. Is it something from the common sense of this world? Since I am called a hero, some strange person will probably not be chosen. Tentatively, if the hero summoning using a legendary weapon fails, the weapon will be available to look for chosen ones among the commoners. Is the sword a weapon of one of the heroes among the 4 holy heroes church? 4 holy heroes. I'm certain the sword is a weapon of one of the heroes among the 4 holy heroes. I'm certain that it would not be stuck in the ground. Indeed, there will be plenty of those that will want to challenge it. If they are chosen, they get stronger, and national aid will be received. There's no reason to not yearn for it. There are many heroic epics about the 4 holy heroes around the world. There's a possibility of a 7-star hero appearing whenever a war occurs. Oh. After the recent wave happened, a majority of the 7-star heroes appeared. Was it that much of a crisis? Yes, well, Iwatani-sama has already encountered one of the 7-star heroes already. What? Who? That is, it's better for you not to know. Speak. I'm bothered by who. There's no advantages to finding out. That one's already Queen. A cautioning tone could be heard from Shadow. That is a state secret. If it leaks out, I don't know I don't know if it could lead to a war or not. Please excuse me. I still want to know. If that person was as splendid as before, I would have gladly talked about it. Someday. Please wait until that time come to talk. Is just the name fine? The name of that formerly excellent person is Rogue. 20 years ago, he is a 7-star hero of the Cane that saved a lot of countries, including this one by faced off against Siltwelt, which at the time was scheming world domination. You're praising that guy very highly. Are you acquainted with this guy? If it was 20 years ago, he must be considerable old. When thinking about my acquaintances, the grandmother, slave trader, and accessory merchant, the latter two are out of the question. The grandmother would be someone to consider. That rampage after her dramatic revival with the medicine, but I feel it's someone different. Who? I seriously don't know. It's a story you will hear someday. In other words, the queen won't tell me. That person was remarkable back in the day, too. She said the same thing about trash with this expression. Risha, do you know? Ah, yes, King Sama is a 7-star hero of the Cane Sama. Huh? Right now, it's a fact that thanks to the king of the country, Melromark exists now. I heard stories from Papa that he was a great person, known as the victorious king of wisdom. No way! That lump of foolishness called trash is the power of a 7-star hero? Impossible! I couldn't even see Cane on him. What a victorious hero... virtuous king of wisdom. They might be mistaking you with a foolish king of ignorance. Don't say such a funny joke, Risha. It's not a joke, though. I think his figure a while ago is surely a plan or something. My mama said that as long as King Sama is a hero, Melromark would be peaceful. Therefore, your papa and mama become fallen nobles. Phee. According to what I heard, it might be some famous scheme mentioned in my world, laying a trap by acting foolish or something. I have a feeling not to carelessly read too deeply into this. No way. This has got to be that. This is the real thing. The real one could be dead, and Trash is just inheriting the place. By the way, it looks like the one wearing the suit recently joined. Yeah, she came from Mitsuki's place. I know the circumstances. Was it House Ivy Red? Was there such a name? Incidentally, she's from a fallen noble family. I remember those local nobles. By any means, I hope that you will fulfill the mission of saving the world with Iwatani-sama. Okay. With that, the conversation and getting was done. Looking at the suit Rishi is wearing, it's impossible to tell whether or not she's embarrassed. I mean, to be able to notice that as a human. That reminds me, Risha, what do you want to do in the future? What to do? Yeah, did you not hear it from Itsuki? The reason why Raftalia and Fido are so strong is due to an ability within my shield. I'm asking whether or not you want to apply it to yourself as well. I explained the power of the growth correction. There is such a power? Just by raising levels, to be strong. Normally you would have been strong, but you are jack of all trades and master of none. I thought it would be best to apply some protection. Risha approaches me and leans forward. Risha, do you want to become strong? Yes! A good answer with strong enthusiasm. To answer those feelings, I clearly say, then become my slave. I knew it would have to happen, you know? They're all his slaves. All of his companions are slaves. Except the princess, when she followed him around, she wasn't a slave at the time. She was helpful, but become my slave. I love him so much. Oh, God.